One of the most common issues I find with subject to deals is that investors don't do proper due diligence. Let me explain. So, when it comes to due diligence, most people know that that's when you check out a deal. You run the numbers, you look at the property, you make sure it's something you want to pull the trigger on, right? But I find that most people take their due diligence experience from buying normal houses with normal debt, and they think it's the same when it comes to subject to, but it's not. Here's how I do due diligence. I look at four things. So the first thing you're used to is look at the house. What's the condition of it? How many bedrooms, how many bath, all those things. How does the house itself, like, do you want to buy the house as it sits? The next thing you want to pay attention to is the numbers. What is it worth fixed up? How much work does it need? How much would it rent for? Like all of those things. What's an insurance quote? All of those things that you normally are going to look for with the numbers, pay attention to. And that's usually all people know how to do on a normal transaction is look at the house and look at the numbers. But with a subject to deal, you got to go a little bit deeper. And that's where I find most people get in trouble. They it's not that they're not trying, it's just that they don't know to go a little bit deeper. They don't know how to do it right. And so this is something that people have often told me is that when it comes to subject to deals, I'm thorough. I could be called worse things. So here's what you need to do number three, number four. So number one, look at the house. Number two, look at the numbers. Again, most of you know how to do that in your sleep. But number three, you've got to look at the loan. I'm not talking just look at the mortgage statement. I also look at what's recorded in public record. I look at different things tied to that loan. Is there been any loan modifications, anything along those lines? Because if I'm buying subject to that loan, I want to know what the heck I'm taking on. And then this is a big part. I then, number four, look at the seller. Look, they are tied. The benefit is they're tied to that debt. I didn't have to go qualify for it. But the downfall is I'm now in bed with someone tied to that debt. I want to know what's going on in their life because there are risks associated with that seller. And I want to know what I'm getting into. Those are the four ways I do due diligence with a subject to deal. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.